Hi guys, it's Sam from Creatively Sam's, and I was looking through some decorative pillows online and I saw this one from Target for $18. I decided I could make it a whole lot cheaper. I used Dollar Tree items mostly, and this cost me under $4. If you want to see how I did this, stay tuned. It's coming up next. Okay, what you need is 2 of these super soft microfiber cloths from the automotive section at the Dollar Tree. A bunny headband. Polyester fiber fill. I always use a pillow from Walmart. This one is under $3, and you really don't need all that much. Fabric paint, optional. And a good sharp pair of scissors. Sewing machine or glue gun. I'm going to be using a sewing machine just because I really like to sew, but you can make this with a glue gun very easily. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is get the ears off of this headband. And if you saw my bunny wreath, you know that it's glued in there pretty good, and there's plastic in here. So I'm going to be going slowly and just taking it apart. Okay, I've been just cutting down around the base as close to the headband as I can get. And just pull it right off of that. And there's 2 ears. Okay, these cloths are 16 by 24. I would have preferred 20 inches. I'm not going to spend the money at Joann's. So what I'm going to do is, to make this square, this is the easiest way I know to make it square, unless you're going to be measuring like crazy. All you do is take your short end and fold it up. And you're going to make a triangle. Then you cut this excess off. It is not easy to do this with a camera in your face. Okay. And I'm going to put that aside because I'm going to certainly find another use for it. But there is your square. I'm going to do that with the other one, and I'm going to pin these together. Okay, one side is a little fluffier than the other. I mean, they're both fluffy. This one just seems to be a little tighter, where this one seems to have a little more nap. So I'm putting those 2 together. And on the inside, I'm going to lay these little ears. And I'll pin those in place so that they don't go anywhere. That's good. Okay, and then I'm going to lay that up to cover. And I'm going to pin this all the way around, leaving a space at the bottom wide enough for my hand to get into. Okay, I've got this pinned all the way around, and I know I've shown you this before, but for the new viewers, I always put a different color pin where I want to start and stop. And I want to leave this open so that I can get my hand in it. And I use the the cut part up at the top, and this way there's no fraying or anything when I get my hand in there to fill it and turn it. But I'm going to start and go all the way around, and we'll finish it off and then stuff it, and we're going to have an Easter pillow. Okay, I'm starting at the first pink needle, or pin rather. And then I'm going to reverse it, and that locks the stitch in. And I'm going to sew all the way around until I get to the other side where the other pink one is. Okay, and I've just gotten to the second pink pin, and I'm going to do the same thing. And I'm going to clip these corners, and I know you've seen me do this before. Get it close enough for you to see. And all this does is take away the bulk when you turn it inside out, and that way it gives you a neater corner. And you can see the ears are sewn in. I'm going to clip the strings where I started. And I'm going to turn this right side out. You see how the ears are right in the seam. Okay, I'm going to finish turning this right side out and start stuffing it. You see how nice those corners come out since they've been clipped, and there's not all that extra bulk. And there's my opening to fill it. Okay, now all I'm going to do is just take handfuls of the pillow stuffing or polyester fiber fill and just keep shoving it in there. I'm going to start filling up the corners first, and when this is completely done, I'll be back. Okay, I've got it all stuffed, and now I want to close this opening, and I'm going to use a ladder stitch, and I've shown you how to do this before, but for the new ones, it's really easy, and it actually makes an invisible thread. I've threaded a needle, and I'm going to take the needle down in and bring it up in that seam. And now if you pull this, you can see where it'll roll over to make a seam. So it kind of lets you know where it wants to be sewn. But you're going to come in on one side, go in, and then come back out. You're going to go right across to the other side, go in, and come back out. You keep doing this all the way across. And you can see how the stitches almost make it look like the rungs of a ladder. But when you pull the thread, it becomes invisible. And I'm going to finish all the way across and knot it. Okay, I've got all the way across. And now I'm just going to knot it a couple of times to make sure it stays. A little hard to see the white on white. And then I'm going to take this needle down in and bring it out the side. You see how it's down from the seam? And then I'm just going to cut it off. That way the tail stays stuck inside the pillow and you don't have to worry about it popping out. And it's done. I thought about adding a face to it, like I did for my Benny wreath, but I think the baby's probably going to want to lay on this, and I really don't want his face up against the fabric paint. So there's my little bunny pillow, and if you like what you saw, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and happy creating, everyone.